back to another crazy theory. Today we'll be answering the question, what are the angry birds? This, by the way, is part 2 of the entire Angry Birds timeline solved. There are 6 parts, count them, 6 parts to this. And this is part 2, so don't worry, last couple of them should go by pretty quickly. But what are the angry birds? I think they're a series of genetic experiments meant to bring back a series of extinct birds. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. What evidence do we have that the angry birds are experiments or even extinct in the first place? Well, they come from 3 episodes: South America, Short Fuse, and On Thin Ice. Now, I understand that these episodes may be gone for good, but I think I have evidence that they might still be canon in some way. Well, first of all, On Thin Ice, one of the developers at Rovio said that they wanted to bring back Tony. And also, Finland as a whole may come back later. Just keep an eye out for that. As for Short Fuse in South America, well, Short Fuse we know could still be canon because of the Shockwave sprite in Rovio Classics Angry Birds. Albeit this is just a bug, but it does change the fact that the Shockwave sprite is still in the game. To me, that's Rovio essentially saying, hey, remember this episode? It may not be here, but it's still canon. So, give us all a Short Fuse. What about South America? Well, we just need to look at the Bad Piggy soundtrack, which is still on the app stores. As you can see, the name of the song for the Road to El Porcado episode? South America. This one's still canon, as well as some more evidence we'll see later. For now, I want to direct your attention to melody, specifically this picture. Well, it's mostly about the bird she's based on, but interestingly, it says that she can be found on South America. Also it says reported sightings on Piggy Island. No doubt it says reported sightings. In other words, she could be there or she could be not. It's almost so it's kind of like a legend in a way, which again will come back later. Now, another thing I want to say is that Rovio made a comic explaining Melody's origins in a tweet, which I'll link down below if you're interested in reading it. And this reveals several things. First of all, I think this is the start of everything, because we first see what I believe to be the pig stealing the eggs for the first time. Another thing we see, multiple islands around the world. These could, of course, be on Thin Ice's Finland, South America. And I think that Melody was born in South America, and through her tours, eventually made it to Piggy Island, where she found the pigs, and a war was started, again, between the birds and the pigs and their eggs. And I think you can see why I'm starting to think the birds were an extinct species, but not the way you think. I think instead of just simply being wiped out due to lack of eggs, the birds evolved into eagles. Now, I'm not saying red is my eagle here, it's just an example, but those birds seem to be kind of powerless in a way. And Melody's just kind of a special case. But as eagles, the birds would be strong enough to defeat the pigs. Also, maybe the eggs left over eventually turn into golden eggs. I kind of forgot to put that here, I'm sorry. But, yeah. We see in the World of Angry Birds official guide, essentially what this page is saying is that the king pig, every king pig has to eat eggs at least once in their life due to ancient laws, suggesting, this happened a long time ago. Thus, the eggs became golden, blah, blah, blah. But King Pig hasn't eaten any eggs, presumably because the birds are extinct and there's no eggs to get. Which is why he's always after the flock's eggs. They're his only source, because they're the only birds available. Which brings us back to here. The genetic experiments. But this still leaves the question. Who made the angry birds? Exactly. I've hinted it towards being King Pig, but I don't think he made the birds directly. No. He ordered someone to do it. And that someone is Professor... Oh, not that one. Professor Pig. How do I know it was Professor Pig? Well, just look at him. He's the smartest pig on Piggy Island. And the King Pig has ordered him to do experiments before. Probably those are for the eggs, but this one's also for the eggs. It wouldn't surprise me if, a cartoon pig in a cartoon world, kinda, was just make life. Bring the birds back. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for part 3, where we make out the first couple events of the Angry Birds timeline up until Angry Birds Space. See you then.